Did you know some ghosts don't just haunt, they communicate through your phone? Imagine your screen lighting up with messages from the beyond. You're alone, the room is silent, suddenly a text appears. I see you, no sender, no number, just those chilling words. Legend says, in an old abandoned asylum, a restless spirit found a way to bridge worlds through technology. But here's the twist. Sometimes these spirits don't just send words, they mimic your loved ones' voices, making you question reality. What if that comforting call you received at midnight wasn't from your mom, but something else? Studies reveal a shocking fact. Over 70% of reported paranormal encounters involve electronic devices acting strangely. Phones ringing with no one there, cameras capturing shadows that vanish on playback. The line between our world and the spirit world is thinner than we think. Next time your phone buzzes alone, ask yourself, who's really on the other end? Could the spirits be trying to tell us something crucial? Or worse, are they reaching out for help? What would you do if your phone became a portal? Dare to share your creepiest electronic encounter below. Are we just one call away from the unknown? But let's delve deeper. The phenomenon of ghostly communication through technology isn't just a modern urban legend. It has roots stretching back decades, evolving as our gadgets have. In the early days of the telephone, there were reports of ghostly voices whispering through static, faint cries heard during late-night calls, an unexplained interference that defied technical explanation. As technology advanced, so did these eerie manifestations. Consider the now infamous electronic voice phenomena, or EVP. Paranormal investigators have long used recording devices to capture voices and sounds that are imperceptible to the human ear in real time. These voices often appear as faint whispers, fragmented sentences, or even clear messages that seem to originate from beyond. Some claim these messages come from spirits trying to communicate, often giving clues about their untimely deaths or warnings to the living. The same principle extends to our everyday devices: phones, baby monitors, radios, and even televisions. One chilling tale involves a young woman named Sarah, who lived alone in a small apartment on the edge of town. Late one night, as she was about to fall asleep, her phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. The text reads simply, "Don't be afraid." Assuming it was a prank, she ignored it. But the messages kept coming, growing more personal, referencing things only a close friend would know. Then came the voice calls, soft, familiar voices calling her name, sometimes crying, sometimes whispering warnings. When she traced the number, it led to a disconnected line. Friends urged her to change her number, but the calls followed. Eventually, Sarah discovered through old news archives that a woman with her name had died tragically in that very apartment decades earlier. Was Sarah being contacted by a lost soul, or was something else at play? Stories like Sarah's abound in paranormal circles. People report receiving texts from deceased relatives, phones ringing with no caller, and even apps behaving erratically without explanation. Some researchers propose that these spirits are harnessing the electromagnetic fields generated by our devices to send signals, a form of communication adapted to the digital age. Others believe it's a form of residual energy imprinted on the devices themselves, replaying like a ghostly recording. But why would spirits want to communicate with us? Some suggest these messages are cries for help, unresolved issues binding souls to our realm. Others think they're warnings, attempts to prevent tragedies or guide the living. There's also the unnerving possibility that some encounters are malevolent, designed to unsettle or manipulate. The ambiguity is part of what makes these experiences so terrifying. Take, for example, the phenomenon known as phantom calls. These are phone calls where the receiver hears silence, whispers, or unintelligible noises, and when they answer, there's no one on the other end. In some cases, these calls mimic the voices of loved ones, sometimes delivering cryptic messages. Scientists have tried to explain phantom calls through technical glitches or psychological effects, yet many remain unexplained, leaving a door open to the supernatural. Even social media platforms aren't immune. There are accounts of people receiving direct messages from deceased friends, or seeing their profiles suddenly come alive with posts and comments that make no sense. Some users report eerie coincidences, sudden logins from unknown devices, messages that predict events, or photos appearing that were never taken. What about the hardware itself? Many paranormal enthusiasts claim that certain devices are particularly susceptible to these phenomena. Old rotary phones, vintage radios, and analog television sets seem to act as conduits for ghostly interference. The crackling static, flickering screens, and spontaneous power fluctuations are often cited as evidence of spirits attempting to breach our reality. This raises a fascinating question. Could our dependence on technology be creating new pathways for the supernatural? As we embed ourselves deeper into the digital world, are we unknowingly inviting entities from other dimensions to reach out? Some propose that our devices act like antennas, picking up signals from realms beyond human perception. Scientists remain skeptical, often attributing these experiences to pareidolia, the tendency to perceive meaningful patterns in random data, or to the brain's natural inclination to find connections and meaning in ambiguous stimuli. Others cite the nocebo effect, where the expectation of paranormal activity can influence perception. Yet, the sheer volume of reports makes it hard to dismiss outright. If you think about it, the idea of phones as portals isn't so far-fetched. After all, phones connect us across vast distances instantaneously, transmitting voices and images through invisible waves. What if, in some mysterious way, these waves can also carry messages from beyond? Stories from all corners of the globe echo this eerie theme. In Japan, there's the legend of the Kuchisake Onna ghost, calling victims' phones before appearing in person. In the United States, haunted houses often report phones ringing with no one on the line, or answering machines playing back strange messages. In Europe, old castles equipped with modern devices sometimes experience unexplained electronic malfunctions coinciding with sightings of spectral figures. The rise of smartphones and voice-activated assistants has added new layers to these encounters. Imagine your virtual assistant responding to questions you never asked, or sending texts you didn't compose. There are documented cases where digital assistants have activated spontaneously, uttering cryptic phrases or even names. Could these be glitches or something more sinister? What about apps designed to detect paranormal activity? Many exist, claiming to measure electromagnetic fields, detect unusual sounds, or capture spirit images. While their scientific validity is debated, users frequently report unexplained readings and odd occurrences during use. Some swear by these tools, believing they provide a bridge between our world and the next. While technology offers new ways to experience and document the paranormal, it also poses risks. Engaging with unknown forces through devices might invite unwanted attention or even harm. Paranormal experts caution against attempting to communicate with spirits using phones or apps without proper knowledge and safeguards. So, what should you do if your phone starts acting strangely? First, remain calm and rational. Check for technical issues, update your software, and consider environmental factors like electromagnetic interference. If the phenomena persist, document the occurrences carefully. Note times, messages, and any patterns. Sharing your experience with trusted friends or professionals can provide support and insight. Ultimately, whether you believe in ghosts or not, the stories and reports surrounding electronic paranormal encounters challenge our understanding of reality. They blur the lines between science and the supernatural, between the known and the unknown. The next time your phone buzzes unexpectedly, or you hear a voice that shouldn't be there, pause and ask yourself, who's really calling? Are you connected to a loved one, a lost soul, or something else entirely? The answer may lie just beyond the screen, waiting to be discovered. Remember, in this age of constant connectivity, the unknown is only a call away. Are you ready to answer?